last man standing with the WWE title on his hands was me, Alberto Del Rio. There's no one better than Alberto Del Rio in WWE, so you better get used to see me as a WWE champion for long. I'm powerful! Long. I'm rich! Long time.
Berto, I hate to interrupt anybody when they're talking, but I never received my one-on-one title shot after you cashed in your Money in the Bank contract on me. You got the cojones to put the title on the line against me?
Losers don't deserve title shots. Why don't you come and see me when you do something right?
Executive Vice President John Laurinaitis gave CM Punk the opportunity he was waiting for.
CM Punk will face Alberto Del Rio for the WWE Championship if CM Punk can defeat Mark Henry.
If Punk can land the elbow here, Jerry, this could be over. Punk, elbow to the heart. And there's the WWE Champion Alberto Del Rio, his personal ring announcer Ricardo Rodriguez. But he sent Rodriguez to the ring, and Rodriguez is pummeling away on Mark Henry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match as a result of a disqualification, Mark Henry.
CM Punk is livid. I believe what it means is that Punk doesn't get his title opportunity at Survivor Series.
Later that night,
Wow! Alberto Del Rio is knocked out cold.
CM Punk took matters into his own hands.
It's a simple yes or no answer.
What do you say? What do you say?
And I'm not gonna let go until you say yes to giving me my match at Survivor Series.
Can I have a match at Survivor Series? You have your match! Oh, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 50-year history of the WWE Championship. The title has changed hands here in New York on 15 occasions. More than any other place in the entire world. Will it happen tonight?
And CM Punk is finally getting his rematch after Alberto Del Rio cashed in his Money in the Bank contract at SummerSlam.
Alberto Del Rio has had a magical year. He began the year off by winning the largest Royal Rumble in history. He also won the Money in the Bank ladder match and then cashed it in at SummerSlam to win the WWE title.
Oh, wait a minute. You know you have to keep an eye on Ricardo Rodriguez because throughout this entire magical year that you speak of, Rodriguez has been there creating shortcuts for Del Rio. And I don't think that's befitting of a champion.
You know, CM Punk enters this match a 4-time world champion and a 2-time Money in the Bank winner. In fact, he's the only man to win it 2 years in a row.
You know, the only thing I agree with Alberto Del Rio on is, I've been rich and I've been poor, and he's right, rich is better.
What? I find it hard to believe that the king of Memphis was once poor.
Yeah, I know that shocks you, Cole, but my early battles in Memphis with Jackie Fargo, while great, weren't necessarily sending me to the penthouse.
There's a reason for that. Alberto Del Rio, on the other hand, was born into wealth. His family is among the most wealthy and well-respected in all of Mexico. A nice kick by Alberto Del Rio.
And he reversed it. Good move there. He just planted him with a DDT. Cole, what's he got in mind? What incredible agility. He's got him up. Look, and he gets the shoulder up. Championship on the line. He's putting those educated feet to good use.
Extra slow getting back to his base here.
Later tonight, for the first time in history, known WrestleMania opponents will team up when The Rock partners with John Cena to battle R-Truth and The Miz.
I have a hard time believing, King, The Rock and John Cena will be able to coexist here tonight.
Well, I gotta agree, The Rock and John Cena certainly are an unlikely team, but it's not necessarily uncommon to see the great one shelve his personal feelings for the betterment of the team. You gotta remember, the Rock and Sock connection.
You're right, King. You know, Rock wasn't necessarily fond of Mankind when they first teamed, but that was different. The Rock and Mankind weren't already signed to do battle on the biggest stage of them all.
CM Punk says he's going to make the WWE Championship interesting again.
What I don't like about CM Punk is the way that he coerced Alberto Del Rio into putting the championship on the line here tonight. Big Show had knocked out Del Rio. Then Punk put on the Anaconda Vice and made Del Rio agree to this match.
Well, remember, Punk never received a one-on-one rematch after Del Rio successfully cashed in his Money in the Bank contract at SummerSlam.
You know, King, I'm thinking about filing a criminal and civil lawsuit against CM Punk after he injured me this past week on Raw.
Oh, that's great. How does that Anaconda Vice feel anyway?
It's excruciating. I'm in severe pain. It's a miracle I'm even
What a move. You know, the past year that Alberto Del Rio has had, we got to cover.
Oh, my. How in the world did he kick out of that?
Punk with Del Rio up high, going for the GTS.
Oh, but look at Del Rio. He's out of it, going for that cross arm breaker. And, woo, watch that roundhouse.
Yeah, but look at Del Rio. Del Rio floats into the arm breaker. Arm breaker.
Oh, my. There's the submission hold. He's in the driver's seat now.
Oh, you're not going to last long here.
No, it's time to fight out or tap out, King.
You know, I've been watching Alberto Del Rio since he arrived here in the WWE, and he's always working the little things, something his opponent never sees coming. That's what's unique about Alberto Del Rio.
What's going to be interesting is that you would have to assume the strategy for both men in this matchup is to work the arms of the other. For Del Rio, it's the cross arm breaker, and of course for Punk, the Anaconda Vice.
And you would have to think that both of these guys are under a lot of pressure. It doesn't get any bigger than competing in the Big Apple.
The past couple of weeks, Alberto Del Rio has assaulted CM Punk back in the locker room area as he's tried to gain every advantage here tonight.
You know, I don't necessarily agree with Del Rio's approach, but I do understand it. When you're champ, you don't want to lose the title. Once you get that feeling, it stays with you forever.
Del Rio, a two-time WWE champion, certainly knows what it means to be WWE champion. His second reign started back at Hell in a Cell when he turned back then champ John Cena and CM Punk.
It's so hard to game plan for... Oh, look at this!
Oh, and a kick out. And look at Punk. Wait!
He's got him!
He